Fun fact, if this episode were recorded last week, this would have been recorded the same day as Fire Emblem Engage releasing. But I was sick, so it's not.
Also, Fire Emblem Engage released.
Yeah, that's the second Fire Emblem game that has released since this LP started, just FYI. So today, we are going to be doing a dungeon eventually. First, however, there's so much I need to catch up on. Also, there's going to be so many conversations.
I still can't believe you're a princess, Celica. What a surprise.
You don't seem very princess-like at all. You're not regal or royal or refined or any other R word.
You're not depressed or hitting on my sister? It's weird.
I'm glad. People of high birth have their own unique set of troubles, I'm sure. But there's still some part of me which envies them. Perhaps it's because I don't know the kinds of burdens they carry.
You're not only written well for one scene and then kind of bland for the rest of the game. If anything, the reverse is true.
Someone specific in mind? No, I'm just thinking aloud.
I wasn't talking about Marth. Go away. Alright, so, I actually had to re-record this, sorry, I said this initial bit. I had to redo the Nui Baba map because I fucked up and I gave the wrong things over to the traders. Whoops. But now I have all the necessary items. I did have to duck into the Inner Sanctum very briefly, which did actually get me a new pretty decent lance that we'll be seeing on Conrad. Mostly, however, I'm making steel spears. Also, this initial bit is the incorrect bit. You do not have to make the iron lances 5 stars, you just need to make them 1 star. That was made... I fixed that later. Just do not waste the money.
Good thing you had the DLC, huh?
Mm-hmm. Good thing I had the DLC, and also redid Nui Baba's chapter, which also, I believe both Clive and Forsyth can promote now, whereas that was only Matilda last time. Saber, I'm talking to people. I'm talking to the audience.
Not like it's a huge problem or nothing. I'm just saying, oh hell. Might as well spill it. I'm Regalian.
Okay, yeah, this and combined with the whole I have a sister that would be your age that I've not seen in years comment, I really think they were trying to push Saber as like a red herring for Celica's brother.
I didn't know Valbar before he hired.
Granted, it's too little too late in this particular run, but for some runs, they probably get that scene earlier.
I don't know what I'm gonna do once it's over. Still, I feel like it scratched my wanderlust itch for the time being. Maybe I'll settle down for a while. See what kind of life I can build.
You do that calmly. Anyway, though, yeah, so... I did get all the steel lances. Again, I gave Alessio 1 steel lance before, when we first met him here, and now I have the rest. So basically, I either gave him some as alm, or I got some iron lances and made them into steel lances. Again, had to duck into Inner Sanctum, but, like, that was actually a really quick visit. Like, I just went to the first room and got an Iron Lance and also the weapon you will eventually see on Conrad. This was still my initial recording, though, before I redid things. The main reason I reset, though, is, if you'll remember, I do have a quest on this side that's required for you to have medicinal syrup for. Alm has both of them. If I remember correctly, I did make note of this in text in the episode where I said, hey, yeah, I don't have anything else to give, but I should say it now. You can potentially get the medicinal syrup on Celica's route without trading, if you don't give the cheese lover a certain type of cheese, and completing that quest gave us enough ground to shake Valentia. So dramatic.
Gave a man 5 spears and an earthquake started.
Maybe that's just the fact that Alessio's evil and is probably going to sell that to somebody who's going to try to kill us. I don't know.
Oh, that would be great if there was a map that, like, I don't know, there were cavaliers and they only had as many steel spears as you gave Alessio. Otherwise they had iron spears.
Didn't you know? Oh yes, Myson originally hails from Regel. We were both so young back then. Those are fond memories.
He's probably dead now, because he's also old.
Growing up,
What, Myson? Nah, he's fine.
older sisters,
That son of a bitch, he hasn't written me in years.
but deeply kind. The middle one was smart and mature, and also marched to her own beat. The three of us were inseparable back at the Priory. We waited for our father to come get us, yet knew the day would never come.
He never did get those
That was a
smokes.
lifetime ago, and they're both gone now.
Well, that's a pity. Anyway, let's go find that fisherman.
Yeah, way to kill our comedy improv there, Sonia.
Look at me, I'm Sonia, I have a tragic backstory. Alright, so, skilled angler. Needs strong, clear material. Well, guess what? I've got that. I didn't even need to skip over your part of the quest, though. Technically speaking, a skilled angler actually counts as his own side quest, so even if you do manage to get the Dagon meat for the chef and give it to him, if you care about completion, you still need to go to the skilled angler to give him this. And with this, I also didn't give Lord Foog back his shield, so sorry for making you wait so long. You seem like you've been a bit down in the meantime. I don't know what would tell me that. Alright, we got a golden apple.
Now I shall return to Lady Takata.
Helping Lord Foog didn't shake Valentia like helping Alessio did. So anyway, when the angler says you need to wait a few days, he does mean that. Not like actual real-world time. Just, move around the map a bit. This, however, is where I had to change stuff around. So, the Sonian, I should mention, is the weapon I got from the Inner Sanctum. It has a range of 2 to 3, meaning Conrad cannot counterattack if anything comes close to him. However, he's got range.
I like the idea of the spear just being too long.
Aha! I've gotten too close to you.
Back up so I can stab you, dammit.
Hold on, I can only throw this. No, stop following me. Alright, so yeah. Celica's party, of course, hasn't changed too much, though I've changed the inventory around a little bit. Alm's party is going to be a fair bit different, though. Again, I had to redo a map, and technically speaking, I got better level ups for it, or they were more even at least. The run, however, was far messier, so I'm glad that's not the one I got on take, because I had to rewind a few times. It's like I was impatient or something. Don't know why that would have been the case. Alright, so I don't know if I ever said this out loud, but Python's bow also does not have a close range retaliation, which you might have noticed at some point or another. You can't attack close range with it. But yeah, stats are a bit different, a few more people have promotion, I changed the shields around. Some things never change, like of course Yuzu has the warrior's sword. She's never not going to have the warrior's sword.
How else can we tell she's a warrior?
Impossible. Still haven't changed Gray out of the lightning sword yet. Ah well. Not like I'm gonna be using them this episode, because this is technically a Celica episode. It's a little hard to tell, because we haven't made progress with her, and also I'm about to pass the time by going around and doing stuff as Alm. I mean, first off, I've got to go down the mountain, but second off, gotta do these promotions. That, and also Forest Village. I'm not going to do the cute things side quest. I'm not going to give the little girl cute things. Technically, that one never really ends as long as you give her the items in the pool that she'll accept. So it won't appear as a marker on the map. And also, again, you cannot sate her desire for cute things ever. So you can potentially get unlimited rewards, but the rewards aren't really good. There's also the Bone Walker Oil one, which does actually get you pretty good rewards sometimes. I'm going to need the dragon scale you can get from one of them at some points. But yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that one immediately because I don't feel like grinding Bone Walkers. So anyway, we had a Shadow Sword. It's not a Shadow Sword anymore. Gray, you can finally have your own attack power again. There we go.
But you'll no longer be able to use Fondant, which I always misread as Fondant. And I always just think, what does lightning have to do with icing?
Oh, Holm. Do you need something? No? Then why did you speak to me?
And, damn it.
You felt like it? Ah, I see. Friendship demands a certain amount of perfunctory conversation.
Oh, dear.
I see, alright. How is the weather, Alm?
Village, but we were never close.
Probably because they thought I was standoffish.
However, I had a most excellent relationship with one of the cats. No, that doesn't count. You needn't remind me.
Delphia reminds me all the time, and that's enough.
You can be my first human friend, Alm. Congratulations.
Luthier's great whenever I remember he exists.
Delicate in our village. We're not supposed to talk about the whole magical bloodline thing.
Can't talk about the magical bloodline or apple bottom
I
jeans.
think it is. We've got all this incredible magic at our disposal, and we have to hide it? I want to show off. I want people to bask in my awesomeness. Plus, who wants to do real work?
She said to the farmer.
Anyway, I'm glad I fight for you now and do what I'm good at.
Murder?
Feel free to lay on the compliments when you see me kicking tail, yeah?
Alright, so we saved that lady's husband, and we're not giving over cute things, but I did make a Shadow Sword actually useful, so that seems like everything done in that village. Alright, let's go straight down. Oh no, there's actually conversations.
Oi, Lucas!
What is it, Python?
I'm still waiting for a good sordid story involving knights. So what about you?
Me?
Are you sure you don't want to talk to any other knights? Yes.
Are you sure? You know, all the ladies in town keep asking me who the knight in red is. Which, by the way, means they're not paying attention to me, so thanks. But you can make it up to me with an earful of tasty, noble scuttlebutt.
Excuse me?
I don't see how that makes any
Not in the
sense.
middle of a fight, Python.
Python, you're gay. What do you care about the women?
I could accept Python being chaos bisexual.
I would accept Python being gay and only pretending to be straight when it's convenient for him.
Was she a looker? Was it serious? Were her eyes like shimmering?
Stop pestering me like an old maid. Looks like the enemy is nearly upon us. Let's get back to it.
Let's please stop talking about this.
Hey, wait!
I don't want those skeletons to overhear us.
Special lady friend!
I want to hear about the special lady friend too.
Allow me.
Lucas, tell me about the time you fucked.
Oh, is this my least favorite this might be my least favorite conversation of the game, which is
Oh, wow.
impressive considering Gray and Claire exists.
About my being a cold
I didn't get the DLC, so I don't think I've seen this one.
It's true. I am cold.
It's not like awful, I just don't like how this one ends.
Granted,
I feel like this is kind of just
Python.
a wet fart to leave off this conversation on.
I'd like to be red with rage, green with envy, something. I wonder if it is normal to feel so detached.
Of course it is. It needs such perfect composure to be a virtue.
I think it's good that you're so dispassionate that you could do war crimes. It's great,
I
Lucas.
should stop hoping for more.
And that's it. That's the conversation line. That's the whole thing. You can't change. Give up.
I don't know if it was can't, more like you don't have to.
You haven't yelled at me.
It's the personality equivalent of you're beautiful all along.
There's a much better version of that conversation. That's actually, it's basically the same as the N for Python, Lucas, but I like that version way more, because this one's just a very broad. Lucas is like, I would like to feel things, and Clive's like, you don't have to, and I'm just like, I don't know, maybe Lucas should start taking estrogen, I don't know, it seems like it works for a lot of people.
Truly? Well, that sounds utterly depressing. But if you're happy, I'll let it be. But we are fighting a battle here. Perhaps a modicum of help is
Python, you keep doing this! You keep going around talking to people!
Oh, somehow I doubt that.
Alright, now we've made it down to the Mila Shrine. But also Forsyth is here.
And yet, the men running it were still all knights of noble birth. Only one of them paid any heed at all to my or Python's exploits. That's right. It was Sir Clive. He made me a lieutenant even when the others cried no.
And believe me, they were crying. Actual tears. They pretended they were very tough, cool nobles, but they were crying.
That's a separate issue. With so many people opposing me, I knew I'd never truly be their equal. But the chance Sir Clive gave me meant something. And I shall never forget it. I swore to follow that man to the ends of Valentia if he asked.
And we are doing that, right now. Why do we come back here, anyway? Because this is the only place where we can make you a slightly better knight. You know how you're a knight now? Well, guess what? Now you're gonna be a baron. Prepare to own land, Forsyth.
We have to ask the gods to give you a cape.
A cape and bigger armor. Bigger armor.
If this is my new calling, so be it.
Apparently is lacking a bit of defense. Ah well, not anymore. So anyway, I deliberated who to change to a gold knight first. Do we start strong with Matilda? Or do we end on Matilda? Just, you know, save the best for last. But Matilda gets to be the first gold knight. Technically speaking, she was the first one to get the promotion available anyway.
I will not waste this new power.
And neither will my horse.
I got better armor now. I got the horse DLC. So yeah. Gold Knight is normally the final Cavalier promotion is just good. It's got amazing movements. Pretty good all-around stats too. Apparently Clive needed a lot of attack, but no defense. He was already at the threshold. Think that he's even with Matilda now, so they can take the same quality of hits. Alright, so, back to the tavern. Now that we've moved around a whole lot, it has been many days, so... Skilled Angler just brought a whole ass dragon into this bar. Here's one Dagon fillet, which, again, I've seen a Dagon. I know those boys be big. It's just a small part of it. Oop, oop. Now go back to Sonia. Let's hear about the tragic backstory again. Why is the meat glowing? This meat has an aura. Alright, and for our efforts we get exotic spice. Okay. Well, that was hardly worth it. Time to leave. And with that, we can go back northwards and promote, and then we'll be fine to move on, and we've already spoken to you. Oh, and of course, Mist Honey, of course I've got to get the medicinal syrup to the one lady as well. That is also important. Alright, I'm sorry I kept trying to give you the herbs in a normal state and not a medicinal state. I feel like, considering how long you've waited, you probably could have just taken the herbs and found somebody to make a syrup from them, but whatever. It's fine. Also, these herbs are burning a hole in my pocket, and I never used them, but whatever, it's fine. Have the syrup. Now, if you're trying to figure out what mission you should do first, like, in terms of what you should trade over, I think you should actually, if you care, focus on the Steel Spear mission, just because that one does actually have a time limit. If it's not done by one of the maps near the end of the chapter, then it just vanishes and you can't do it anymore. I don't think even after you beat the game, the Distraught Lady will disappear, so technically speaking, you can actually do that one later. There is a way to get items to either route after you finish the game, without the strict need of the traders. But also, you probably don't want to wait until that happens, because, let's be honest, the side quests in this game are hardly worth it anyway. Having to wait till post-game to actually tackle them seems dull.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, the only reason I am doing them is because it is an LP, and even then, like I said, I'm not gonna give the cute girl, the girl all the cute things. I will do as much of the Bone Walker oil quest as I can stand before I get the dragon scales. But I probably won't complete that one either. Steel Spear, I wanted to see something with that one, but it's honestly not super worth it. Anyway, this was a respawning enemy on the map. We need to go back to Dolph Keep because while we are continuing on with Celica, it doesn't look like there's anywhere else to go on her map. Her path ends on Dolph Keep, so we should investigate that fort to see if there's anything there. Because it's not like she has anything better to do.
Sonya had to show off this map.
Look, majoring is very good, and also she's a priestess now. Alright, so, over to the interior we go. So let's see, anybody new? Yes.
Greetings, aunties. You're looking lovely today as usual. No need to be bashful. I merely speak the truth.
I didn't say anything.
The villa. You always were my favorite sibling. Small wonder.
Well, you're the only one who survived.
Wasn't killed.
The other siblings and their mothers.
Same brain cell, same brain cell.
But you and Liprica were always kind to me, and I appreciated it. You don't look thrilled.
She's just kept that facial expression for the whole thing, Conrad.
I mean, you were just being pretty casually dismissive of all your dead siblings, so maybe she's upset about that.
Memories of you from the villa are some of my only happy ones.
Everything else has been misery.
Why does that make you sad?
Celica? You're not hiding something from us, are you? Sorry if it's weird, but I don't know, I kinda got that feeling.
I got this feeling that you're gonna keep trying to self-sacrifice?
Problems on your own. Anyway, I just wanted you to know you can talk to me about anything, okay?
We won't. Anyway, there's really not much here at all. Dolph was a very boring man. He just kept a whole lot of zombie dragons and that's it. We can look at the stairs. Ah, dang, underground stairs. I hope you're all hyped for stairs that go down. I'm in awe.
See, the interesting thing is these stairs don't go up. They only go down.
Alright, so Dolph Keep is not the main dungeon today. It's basically the one that leads to the next dungeon, which we'll actually be doing. But you can get a whole lot of stuff, like ale. And, oh, is that some soup? Hell yeah, cold soup! Dolph won't be needing this anymore.
Stole your gazpacho, Dolph. Fuck you.
And we got your flower. It was just a matter of time before we stole it. Alright, and now we have the Room of Temptation, by which I mean so much grass that I could cut, but I shall not. I'll cut a little bit of it, but not all of it, even though I want to. There's so much grass. We could get like 5 silver from this. Alright, and that's Dolph Keep.
This marks the entrance to the lost Treescape. The sage's hamlet, where Halcyon lives, lies within.
I've heard it said a curious power is at work in these woods, and that the trees themselves conspire to hide the path to the hamlet.
Fuck, it's one of these.
We'll need Saria's song.
Which way do we head first?
Yeah. See, this was actually my first time leaving the woods alone.
I don't know the way to my house.
But hey, adventure. We'll just find the path together.
Yes, adventure. Shall we get started then?
Alright, so, Lost Treescape. Honestly, this dungeon really isn't that hard, and it's not that much of a maze. You just have to follow certain figures. Some will lead to treasure, others just lead to the right path.
This wood is thick and dark, and plays havoc with one's sense of direction.
It does it, though.
The tall stone pillars stand as sentinels, keeping watch over our intrusion.
There are fake exits here, but they lead to a Mila shrine. So, like, it's really not that bad to get lost, because then you'll just come right back. If you know the gimmicks of this area, you're good. Anyway, so, while we do this dungeon, I'll mention voice actors that came up last episode. First off, I don't usually mention most of the villains because, you know, they're usually bit parts, but Nui Baba's significant enough, and also, she's voiced by Cindy Robinson, which means, yes, the big booba lady of this game does share a voice actress with Amy Rose.
She's still Amy Rose, right?
Yep, that's the current voice.
Huh.
So, let's see, so... Cindy Robinson is one of those where she's got a lot of roles, and I recognize a fraction of them. Amongst which, she's Paprika from Paprika, Makoto Nanaya from Blaze Blue, which I don't know anything about Blaze Blue, but like she's the squirrel lady, which is like the one design I know from that series. She was the Amazon from Dragon's Crown. Not Crowd. And she was also Haunted from Octopath Traveler. As for other Fire Emblem roles, she is Libra and Aversa from Fire Emblem Awakening. And I believe also they're Heroes incarnations as well. And speaking of Fire Emblem Heroes, she also plays Minerva, Hinoka, and Perry as well. She's actually pretty consistently the voice of Minerva, because she was also Minerva in Fire Emblem Warriors, I think. And also, she just seems to be the regular Hinoka replacement.
Can I say one more role from Cindy Robinson?
Oh, sure.
She voiced Zero the Third in Virtue's Last Reward, you know, the fucking rabbit thing. That was probably the best part of that game. Definitely some of the best voice acting. I fucking... Siggy Fido is just burned into my fucking brain. Thanks, Mrs. Robinson. Fuck you.
Alright, so I believe I'll be going through one of the false exits now, right? Yeah, so... Alright, how this works. There are areas that look like exits, but are not. So, if you go to them, you wind up at a Mila Shrine. And we've already spoken to Atlas, I believe, so we don't need to again. Now, we've got 4 exits. Basically, if you want to return to where you went to, go to the opposite entrance. So basically, if I entered the Treescape from the north, I will appear from the southern entrance. If I went south, I would have come back up at the northern entrance of this area, and of course east and west are switched as well, so as long as you know that gimmick, you should be fine. You shouldn't get too lost. Alright, so the other voice actress is Tatiana's voice actress. That is Cristina Valenzuela. She is the voice of Sailor Mars, Homaru Akemi from Madoka, 4 from Drakengard 3. She is also the voice of both Shantae and Risky Boots from the Shantae series, which is an interesting couple of characters to have speak to themselves. Ophelia Clement from Octopath Traveler. I don't know my Hunter x Hunter animes super well. I don't think she's always Killia's voice, but she was at one point. She's also the voice of 5-Volt from WarioWare Get It Together, so the mom in, sometimes less scary form. Less frequently scary than she was when she initially appeared. Terrifying any child who played that game. She was also Hestu from Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, the Kokiri you could play as. And as for other Fire Emblem roles, she is Athena, Lachesis, and Fjorm. Fjorm, of course, being the hero's OC. One of the first after the initial batch. She was the main character of the Ice versus Fire set of chapters. And while I was playing Heroes, probably one of my more frequently used units. Just because Fjorm is extremely aesthetic for me, as the kids would say these days.
Let us proceed.
Also, just Buck Wild voice actor credit for Miss Valenzuela.
Well, yes.
She also voiced Kazuna AI.
I saw that one and I didn't know what to make of it. I don't remember what it was from.
Ingress the animation. I'm double checking something right now. Yes, Ingress was the augmented reality game that Niantic made before Pokemon Go. It got an anime. I guess Kazuna got a cameo, and when they dubbed her in English, it was Christina.
What an amazing set of words you just said.
Everything about this is fucking weird, man. I don't know about this. 9S plays the main character. Colin McCarley. Oh, Colin McCarley! All plays the main character in this.
Anyway, here's the Sonia Network. Alright, so, also, other Fire Emblem character she plays, very recently, Marin from Fire Emblem Engage, a character I have literally seen, but have not played the chapter of, so I don't know what her deal is for the most part. I've seen her intro. That's it. All I know is that she's that one fudge lady who is the, what is that, the Wolf Rider class or whatever that is? Beast Rider? Looks rad, can't wait to throw knives at people while riding on some kind of animal.
I don't know why you're asking me.
It's just a general question to the audience. Anyway, enough of that. Take the silver bow. This is incredibly important. You want the silver bow. If you have to find only one item in the Lost Treescape, take this bow. You want to forge it. Trust me. Alright, so we should be coming up on the exit soon enough. Keep following the people statues. And eventually, it's actually pretty easy to figure out what the real exit is. Because if we take a right over here, we've got a whole lot of people statues, and also a fountain. Let's see, what's this fountain give us? Give me something good. Water defense, hell yeah.
Several human effigies, one of which is constantly throwing up.
Alright, I guess S, do you take one of these? You don't have good defense. And Celica, you're the main character, so, you know, you're always thrusting yourself into danger, so you definitely want defense. And, who else doesn't have a lot of defense?
One more for rest.
Yeah, it seems like a good idea. Yep, nobody else could have used that. I don't typically give that to the mages just because they shouldn't be getting punched.
This place is called the Sage's Hamlet. The great sage Halcyon's magic shields us from evil.
I mean, it's a good thing he shields this place from evil, because we're, like, right next to the cultists.
I hope we get there and it's just the video game console, the Halcyon.
Wound up being a lot more than just a stroll to the Temple of Milla. Anyway, thanks for everything. I'm glad I got the chance to travel with you. I never thought about what I'd do after Barth, but you gave me purpose.
Aww.
That's a princess for you, I guess.
You know what, Valbar? You did deserve to be on the cover of Gaiden. Retroactively.
Thanks for letting me see it through to the end.
Alright, so let's take a look around here. Ah, look at this stone wall. Damn, that's some moss. Yeah, probably not, Celica. Alright. Time to get criticizing. This place's defenses? Horrible.
Gate sucks. Firewood sucks. Moss is good, though. Love the moss.
Love a good moss. It's me, Princess Aunties. Love a good moss.
It's just that fucking Always Sunny in Philadelphia bit bullshit. Bullshit. Derivative.
Who sought to rule by force and terror. But in the end, he was driven out. This place has been his hermitage ever since.
Duma sucks ass, actually. I'm gonna make my own village.
This whole area has been tainted. The legacy of Dalton Garcia's wicked experiments.
Like they're cloning, as we can see by the 3 identical fellows here.
Would suffer the abuses of the Duma faithful to grow so bold. If I'm honest, I'm cheering for Zophia's deliverance in all this.
You know what? Fuck my country. I hope the enemy army gets rid of them. I'm about done with these guys. Ah, they made this whole neighborhood out of wood. Out of wood. Dang, good rooftops. Love to see some more moss. Alright, so where do we want to go first? We want to go to the meeting hall? We want to go to the meeting hall. Hello, man. How's it going?
Do you all really mean to fight Jeddah?
Hell yeah, I do.
I urge you to reconsider. He's a terrifying man. If you must fight him, there's only one way.
Alright.
4, 8, 12.
Okay, that's a... Oh. Doing alright there, buddy?
Jeddah's curse.
Oh my god, he's dead!
Well, you killed him by talking to him. You already knew that. You didn't need to talk to him.
Halcyon, your protection fucking sucks! Jeddah just murked the man. He just heard him talking shit and was like, nope, I'm gonna kill that rando. You just watched a man die next to you!
Oh no. Anyways, Congress mother.
Can you imagine the fate of the man who just died? Alright, here's the Grimoire Ring. Could that have helped that man not die? Probably not.
Well, he won't be needing these. Killed a man, stole his cookies, stole his wine.
He was gonna have a nice evening, but instead, he died to tell us numbers. Poor bastard.
A nice evening of a single cookie and a whole bottle of wine.
That seems like a good evening to me. Alright, let's forge the silver bow once, only once, you don't need to do it more than once, and that allows you to form the killer bow. This is what's going to make our good old buddy, our good old pal Atlas, far, far better. So the killer bow will eventually get us an incredibly good skill. It's got better stats, of course, you know, first and foremost, that's good enough. But the ability this thing has is just real good. Also gonna give Leon the other bow, so hopefully he can learn his new move quickly. This just makes magic stronger. Actually, I think it has another effect. Hey, feature me. Give me the exact ring effects, because I forgot them again. I keep forgetting what that actually does. Alright, anyway, hey Halcyon. Oh, hey, look, a memory prism.
Stealing that.
And, ooh, stack of books. Wow, what a nerd. Just blocked out all the lights. And, oh, ambrosia, cool. Food of the gods over here. You're eating well tonight, but I don't know, I feel like the cookie and wine is still the better deal.
Don't get too excited, it's just ambrosia salad.
I'm very worried that candle's just gonna burn this whole place down. You have so many books.
Sage Halcyon, sir? I'm...
Ah, Celica, child of fate. I'm glad you've come.
Hey Halcyon, I don't think this village is very safe. Jetta did just casually murder an NPC, and usually they're safe.
Please, Halcyon, grant me guidance. Tell me what fate holds for me. I'm so lost. I don't know what to do.
I know you have suffered much along the path here, Celica. But I fear I can know more of anyone's fate than you do. What I do can...
Just say no, you asshole.
That's right, I'm a Ken main. Whenever somebody talks about Ken mains, they mean me. I show up at all the local tournaments.
Is he supposed to be Scottish? Because, like, aside from saying Ken instead of no, he's not... It's not a super Scottish accent.
And why are there two of you? These are the questions you must consider. And always remember that you are not alone.
I can help you if you want to get into fighting games, Celica.
Thank you, Sage Halcyon.
Of course, child. But while I cannot read the future, my magic may yet assist you. If there is anything you wish for, tell me.
I wish nothing for myself.
In fact, if anything, make my life worse.
Please, if such a thing
Just
is
fuck
possible,
my whole shit up,
use your
please.
powers to help him.
The other child of fate? Yours is a generous heart. Very well.
What just happened?
I sent my powers onto Alm. With them, he will be able to draw on new strength beyond himself.
Oh,
He need
cool?
only will for it.
Oh, thank you, Halcyon.
Alright? Sure?
Tell me, son.
I like how Celica just gets this whole grandiose scene of her accepting the power that, you know, she didn't want before, but realizes that she has to accept it in order to protect the people and the continent she loves. And then, it's just like, hey, could you give him your power? Oh yeah, sure. Boom, you can be a hero now.
Alm's just in the middle of eating dinner and he just starts glowing very briefly.
Not your physical form.
What the fuck?
Rejection of your
Who's Halcyon?
enough to speak.
It just looks like a level up in Dust and Elysian Tale. Just explodes into light and everyone panics.
Close your eyes.
Hey, get your sweet ass over to the next fight. Boom! Oh god, what? Did anybody else see that, or am I just high again?
I heard my name.
It's me. It's Celica.
Are you the real Celica this time? Because I've already fallen for the fake Celica thing once.
Where are you?
That would be hilarious if you so I'm not falling for that again and the scene ended.
I can't believe I actually have this chance.
Celica! Is this... Just an illusion?
Oh, God damn it, not again!
Really you?
Yes, it's me. Sage Halcyon's magic is allowing me to speak with you.
Wait, hold on a sec, Celica. Let me test you real
I
quick.
missed you so much.
If you were to sell me a car, how would you do so?
Listen,
Whoa, what's wrong? Celica? Did something happen? Are things not going as well as you'd hoped? Ugh, I wish you were here in person. I don't know what to... Please don't cry.
I can't tell if you're crying because you're sparkling a whole lot.
I said such terrible things to you back at the castle.
Huh? Wait, that's been bothering you? I mean, sure, I was sad you didn't seem to see my side of things.
And I mean, technically you were correct because we are currently at war with Rigel, but you know.
Why not? You sure do like putting me on the spot.
Well, I guess this is just the resolution to the midpoint conversation. We just kind of get over it.
You were always so nice to me while I'm always thinking only of myself. I'm sorry,
Celica, what's wrong?
Did Toriyama write this? Because all of the established relationships in this game are really good, but all the ones that don't exist yet,
What?
those ones aren't great.
Celica, the Duma faithful are... It's too dangerous.
Once two characters get together, he can write them well, except for Chi and Goku. But
Milla wasn't in
any courting is terrible, except for Videl and Gohan, so I guess he has one exception each.
Emperor Milla was attacked. She's being held captive.
I guess that just proves Videl and Gohan is the best couple he's written because they're just good on both sides of it.
No. The Emperor?
And that's why I must go. I have to free Milla.
Anyway, all that is to say, boy, I find the Celica relationship so boring.
Yeah, is this scene over yet?
No, there's a few reasons why this episode is so long, but yeah, the scene goes on for a bit.
Alright, let me know when it's over. I'm gonna take a nap.
I guess my secret's out.
I don't,
No, I'm
whatever.
I said to you before. Talk about thoughtless.
Like, Marth Seda isn't like my favorite relationship, but you know what? I can at least see their scenes in New Mystery and be like, yeah, no, but I can see why they're a couple. They seem alright together. They could use more story scenes, but what they do have isn't bad.
Isn't enough.
But yeah, I don't care. It's supposed to be like this whole big thing of the game. It's nothing.
Yeah, I don't have anything against, like, inoffensive straight couples. It's just when they try to get drama out of it that it makes me mad.
Wait,
And I don't care.
Celica!
Yeah, the interesting parts about them are just the opposing viewpoints, you know, that lead them down the different paths, but I don't care about them being a romantic couple. Anyway, that scene's kind of just over all of a sudden.
Oh, thank God.
That one just ended. Alright. Oh, by the way, you can be a hero now. What? You can class change like me. What? Alright, well, I guess since we can, I probably should. Alright, so let's see. We're gonna change class. Alright, here we go. Stats are good enough that he just gets 1 point in skill. That's his threshold.
He's slightly more skilled.
I feel like I definitely prefer most other promotions in the Fire Emblem series where they just give you stats, no matter what your threshold, what your actual stats are at, unless they would hit a cap. Because, boy, that's so much more exciting than just, here's 1 point in skill. Good news is, though, there is one advantage, and that's Ulm now has a bow, so he does not need the lightning sword to attack or defend at a distance, or at least 1 point of a distance anyway.
Unfortunately, since this power was granted to him by Halcyon, all of his attacks are now voice activated.
Alright, so we're ending this on 2 memory prisms. Alright, future me, can you just put down where this one actually comes from? Because I've apparently been sitting on this one for a while. And, I'm going to just say this now. that was completely accidental. You might not believe
I'm
me
sure.
because of the character that's about to be on the screen, but I did just legitimately not realize I'd picked up a memory prism until I got this other memory prism and had to look at the turn wheel, and I realized, oh shit, I haven't watched this scene.
Wait! I'm not one of those
I do
jerks.
actually like this
I
scene.
came to help you.
Did you now? My apologies then. I thought you were another of those unwashed rogues.
I'm washed. I washed plenty of times.
I look like a dandy, goddammit. Look at my hair. You think you can get hair this fabulous without washing?
I'm sorry, sir, but have you seen the rest of the cast?
Made a poor job of showing
You are like the
my
least dandy of
My
everyone.
name is Silk, and you are?
Jesse, just another mercenary of the unwashed rogue variety. I saw some undesirables follow you out of Zofia Harbor. So I followed them, and here we are. Guess I was right to check it out.
I didn't notice I was being followed, let alone by two different parties.
Not only was I being followed, I was being followed twice.
Oh god, Silk, you really gotta redo this one. Hold on a sec, let me just take up the turn wheel and whoop.
So where is it you're headed to?
Yes, of course. I'm headed for Ram Village. I have something I must deliver there.
So yes, this was before the game began.
I think you took a wrong turn.
Oh, okay, I guess I'll go back to Albuquerque then.
I'm ashamed to admit I got a bit turned around as I was fleeing those bandits.
Well, let me see you back as far as Zofia Harbor.
And no more.
Oh?
Otherwise, Jesse would have been there in the first half of the game.
If you truly don't mind, that is. Though, may I ask why you offer such kindness to a stranger?
I need a reason? Well, I don't think it's anything too complicated. I mean, every guy wants to play the hero in front of a pretty lady, no?
Luthier, far away. What?
Sweat being in imposition.
Is that a thing I'm supposed to be doing? Is that going to help me get friends?
You get safe passage, and I get to show off what a charming guy I am.
See, what I like about this is that he's not expecting anything else.
I accept your offer.
He just wants to show off.
What I was
I'm not trying to get laid, I just want you to think I'm cool and talk about how cool I am.
Point. May Milla's blessing shine extra bright upon Jesse's path. He sorely needs it.
What'd you say?
I said you need God's help.
Nothing at all.
This is the opposite of saying I'm cool.
Find God.
Okay, now probably actually the best one of these in the game.
Oh,
Wait, is that Aunties? Aunties, is that you?
Conrad? I can hear you, but I don't... Where are you?
Tiny Conrad.
Good
Child.
Morning? It's past noon. What were you doing under the bed?
I was hiding so the ghost wouldn't take me away.
What ghost?
Mother told me all about it. She said that if I'm bad, a ghost will come for me in the night.
And also if I take too long on a level.
Mountain and Rigel and take me away.
Oh, you're so lucky.
What?
Your mother's Regalian, so she has all sorts of fun stories.
Okay, but ghosts, Celica. Ghosts.
Fun? So you're not scared of the ghost?
No, why would I be? I haven't done anything bad.
If it drags you away, I'll just
You
watch.
done something bad?
Do you feel guilt over something, brother?
Well, I kinda accidentally broke the vase in the Great Hall. Then I cleaned up all the pieces and buried them in the garden.
That was you? The servants were looking everywhere for that base. We have to go tell them.
No, they can't find the body.
But I'll get in trouble.
They'll be fine, Conrad. I'll go with you. We'll apologize and they'll forgive us. I promise. Besides, if you don't, that ghost is sure to come and get you tonight.
No! If it took me away, I wouldn't be able to play with you anymore.
Also, I'd be kidnapped by a ghost, and that's not great.
And
I
don't want
really
you to
like
go
that
either.
Conrad used to be a massive wimp, and now he's,
Alright.
I don't know if the coolest, but probably one of the coolest characters in the game.
Wait,
If he's wearing a mask, he's confident.
can I hold your hand?
Conrad, you...
Well, that was just
Oh,
adorable.
alright.
And that's where we end.